Well, let's talk just a little bit about this damn NCAA tournament horse shit. Not only did Tennessee get hosed with their seeding or their placement, so did several other teams, in my opinion. Now, I've looked this bracket over somewhat relatively thoroughly, not totally in depth like bracketologists do, but I've noticed several teams with really shitty seeds, and I've noticed several teams with really good seeds that didn't deserve that good of a seed. Prime example being Michigan with a 2 seed. I thought that was way too high for them. Kentucky with what I believe it was an 8 seed, I think was too low for them. Louisville, are you kidding me? The damn Louisville Cardinals get a 4 seed? Get the hell out of here. 2 seed at worst for Louisville. And what could be a benefit for Tennessee if they could win this horseshit play-in game against Iowa, you know, which that's going to be a tall order because Iowa got hosed too. UMass was a 6 seed in their own damn conference tournament. Now, how does that translate into a 6 seed in the NCAA? Somebody tell me, please. I don't know. Tennessee versus Iowa. It's a game Tennessee can win, but I don't know where their mind is right now. I hope they're not feeling like I am, but you got to know that they're feeling slighted, especially given the way they played down the stretch. I don't think losing to Florida in the semifinals of the SEC tournament by 5 points or whatever it was is shameful at all, considering we dominated them in the first half. And, you know, I don't know, man. I just wonder sometimes what these assholes are thinking in this committee. So I'm a little bit disgusted with the way things turned out. Look, I know Tennessee didn't have a great record, and they lost some games this year they shouldn't have lost. But I think they were better than an 11 seed. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think probably a lot of people will agree with me, and some won't. What's your opinion, basketball enthusiast? Tell me. Now that I've had my little partial rant about the brackets, let's talk about this tournament. Let me give you my Final Four. And you can go ahead and mark this down on your separate bracket, the official bracket that you keep where you write in all the teams that have actually won. Let me turn away from you and look at the bracket here. In the South, I have Florida coming out of that bracket. They will be in the Final Four. In the East bracket, Michigan State's going to come out of that bracket and make the Final Four. Over in the West, decent bracket. I think Creighton will make some noise in that bracket. Oklahoma's in this bracket. They will get upset in the first round by North Dakota State. Mark it down, Onikuno. I guess I'll go ahead and I'm going to stick Creighton in there as the no, I'm not. Arizona, Final Four. And, of course, over in the Midwest, as you look at this bracket, you got Wichita State, the number 1 seed. You got Kentucky in that bracket. You got NC State versus Xavier, one of the play-in games. You got Iowa, Tennessee, one of the play-in games. Duke's in that bracket. Michigan. I mentioned Kentucky, yeah. Looking at the Midwest, it looks to clearly be the toughest bracket. That's why I think Tennessee will come out of that bracket and make the Final Four. Why not? You can't tell me. If your team is in this tournament, you can't tell me that you don't have at least one bracket filled out with your team in the Final Four.
I wonder will my children be on that train? I wonder will my mama be on that train. I wonder where my mama be on that train.
On that train.
Oh, this train's a gospel train. It's running through this land. I wonder will my mama be on that train.
The salvation plan of God, that God sent His Son, heaven's best, down here to this world to redeem fallen man back to God, because at one time we was cut off from the commonwealth of Israel, didn't even have a God. We was counted as dogs, alienated from God. The Bible said that He come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, but the Bible said that He come to His own, and His own received Him not. But as many as received Him gave He power to become the sons of God. And when He said it was finished, bowed His head and gave up the ghost. Amen.
And I would go so far as to say you've probably got one filled out with your team winning it all. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I've been doing these NCAA brackets probably longer than most of you shitheads have been alive. So tell me I'm wrong. Go Vols. Prove all the dick snobbers wrong, and let's get this done.